Today we're making a saddle for a late 1880s. This is actually would be from 1888 through 92. Columbia Expert, could be a light roadster. It is a third or fourth pattern Kirkpatrick, and I have traced the saddle from a pattern onto the leather, in the backside of the leather in pencil. The leather, I believe, is 10 to 11 ounce vegetable tan rawhide, and I get my sides from Milton Sokol Leather Company in New York, and they have great, great leather. Most of the people that are restorers in the club are now using Milton's leather. This has been traced in pencil on the back of the leather. I have an Al Stolman very, very sharp leather knife that cuts very nicely. You want to try to go through in one pass, but sometimes that's not always possible. And you have to be very, very careful, as this knife is very, very sharp. And you want to cut away from the hole so you don't cut the other side of it. So stop before you get to it. Hey, Ed Lee's here. Ed Lee's here. We're having a saddle making party. I'm videoing this, so don't say anything stupid.
And watch where I have to scratch.
Yeah. So your time wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
What time is it? 6 o'clock?
No, it's after 6:30.
I'm just kind of fixing it up here because it went off a little. You can also use a regular utility knife for this, or leather shears. I have a nice pair, but I can't find them. And I think the leather shears would probably be a very good way to cut this. But I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. I would imagine in the 1880s they had dies that they used to cut the leather out. One interesting place to look is the Brooks Saddle website. They show them cutting them out. They stamp each one actually by hand with a die. So I think at some point I might try to make that happen. But for now we're cutting them with just a knife. Now I'm going to have to go through this a couple times. Just cutting that one through for clearance. Don't get your fingers in front of the blade. That would be bad. I think the shears would be really good for this part of the job. Ed, do you cut your saddle patterns out with shears?
Oh yeah. My scissors go through there like butter.
Yeah, I can't say I'm having the best time cutting through this. You have Tandy shears?
Yes, I do. There's about 4 different grades, and I do get the good grade.
It's usually good to buy the best stuff if you're going to do.
Yeah.
If you're going to do 1 or 2 saddles, you're fine with a utility knife. But then you want to start getting better results. Just got to round out this corner a bit. Hey, one of the reasons I'm doing this is so you can see.
How to do the edge.
Yeah. I believe this is a number 0 or 1. No, 4. 4 is the big one. Edging tool. And you just kind of get the angle. And this just runs along the leather. I have most of these saddle patterns available on my PhotoBucket account, which is either Pelletman or Pelletman 65. And you can just go there, and it's on a scale. It's on a background of 1-inch blocks, and you just have to make it the right length. There's people that are a lot better at this stuff than I am, but nobody's bothered to put it on video yet, so I figured I'd do that. At least this would give people some kind of idea what to do.
You don't get any directions with the tools when you buy them, so that's a good thing.
There is a lot of good leatherworking resources on the internet, but Ed doesn't know where the internet is, so. Likes to do it the hard way, trial and error. And then I'll take a piece of 80 grit sandpaper, if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. And sand the edges. And you know what? I bought an edge burnisher that I'm going to go try. But it's not. I'm not going to bring the video camera over there to show you. You can search edge burnisher on eBay, and there's video of the edge burnisher doing its thing. Try not to mark up the front side of the leather, and make sure your hands are very clean when you do this, because if you stain it now, it's probably there forever. I put a couple little punch holes in the end of this. Did you use the edge burnisher at all yet?
No, haven't got it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're going to go burnish the edge. Now, I think in the video, the guy put it on with the wax right on the edge of the leather. Does that make sense now? then you know what to do, get some kind of form or some kind of...
Just put it on a small,
Right.
like an angle.
Yes, yes.
And just keep walking. That does pretty good.
That's what I have a hard time.
Yeah, that's the good part. But now you put wax in there so it's the stain and stick to the wax.
He says just wipe it off with the video.
See, I would have stained it first and then I would have.
Maybe, I'm not saying that.
Oh, you don't want to.
Generally stained. This is non-stained.
Okay.
I use neat foot oil on them. Alright, I have an edge burnisher that goes on the buffing motor, 1750 RPM. It is on eBay. Does a pretty nice job burnishing the edge. And now, we need to get a line around the outside of the saddle, so I have this tool and that little side there cuts, and I'll just do a quick demo on this thing and in order to get the feel. So you can cut that slot around nice and easy. Are you having an issue with that or you're not using it? You're having an issue because it's already...
Yeah. I need to do the same thing. I need to get myself something that will hold the contour. See, mine just goes right, and every little imperfection on my edge shows up on my line. I don't like that either.
I'll tell you what. You haven't been to Brooks's website and seen them?
Yeah.
I got to show you that. Remind me to show you that right after I finish with this. You got to kind of be careful where they come together and hope they meet well, and this one did. So again, it's not perfect, and I'm not perfect. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That's where I have a problem with this sometimes, going around that corner. I should probably just stop doing that altogether.
Stop doing it in the center.
Yeah, because that line is always hard to do. There are other tools to do that sort of thing with, but it makes more of just a crease, like this thing, and you just kind of go around like that. But it only creases it; it doesn't cut it. And that will, I mean, it'll be noticeable if you're looking, but it's hardly noticeable once the saddle gets worn in and stretched out. This one, that's the bad thing that happened. This one is now ready to be dunked in the water, I think. So I'm going to shut this off for now. Start another video later.